Alright, good morning everyone. So in the last tutorial we have already finished our nice detailed tank. Well, it looks pretty good. As a beginner, I think it's already good enough. So next part, let's try to give this model some material. Alright. So how can we change the color of the model? First thing is I want to hide all these reference. So let's choosing all of them and put them into the layer. Remember important things inside Rhinosis, no matter it's about material or about the object management, it's always about layers. So we can use in layer to control the visibility of the object. Let's choosing all these objects. And how can we put all these objects to the layer backup? Let's just right click and change object layer, and you can change the object to the target layer. So for the next part, the things we're going to do is to change the color. And also probably I'd like to create some ground and make a rendering for this one. So how can we do that? Very simple. First thing is I think that for the major body part is supposed to be dark green. So let's change the layer to call this one dark green, okay? DRK green. And let's right now you can see here is a green is a box and here is a sphere. This one is about the color in shading mode. So if I change this object, choose this one and change the object to here, well, nothing changed. Why is that? Because right now this is a block. If you want to change the object to the target layer, you have to go to block edit mode and choosing the surface and click change object and change to target object change object layer. So now it will become red color. For this one as well, we can change the object layer. And for this one, well, it's a block, so we have to add it, go to the block edit mode and change object layer. So for the body, well, it's the same thing, change object layer. For the wheel part, well, I don't want to put everything into the dark green layer, so I just want to choosing the armor part, this side to the dark green area. So let's choosing them and put them into the dark green area. And for the wheel, we can just click the name inside the block edit panel, choosing this one, and we can edit the wheel block. Alright, so for the wheel, and now we are on inside the edit mode of the wheel. I want to make this one become probably dark gray color. So let's call this one dark gray. Alright, and let's change the object to here. Click OK. So now it's supposed to be in dark gray color. And for this one as well, I want this one be dark gray color. So right now it doesn't have any change because right now we didn't change which we are under the shading mode. So the shading mode, this part, the little cube, we can control the color of the shading mode. So let's probably change this one to dark green, and for this part, let's change it to dark gray. Alright, something like that. And for the tab, well, I forget to change the tab, so let's choosing them. Maybe we can assign a new color for that. If you select something wrong, it's okay. Just hold on your Alt key and you can deselect. So for this part, I want it to be dark brown. So let's change the layer. And for this one, let's choose in some brown color, probably like this. Click OK. Alright. And for the little wheel, I think let's try to using brown color as well. Change object. So now it looks okay. We forget to join this part. Sorry for that. So let's choosing them and join them together. Alright. So it looks fine now. And for this one as well, we have to change this one to probably dark gray. So now it looks fine. But if I wanna use in render mode, well, it's still white color except this part. Because right now, as far as I can see, all the little sphere, little circle here is still white, which means it's default color, default material. It's not, we didn't change that yet. So if you want to change that, we have to click this material. Basically, usually for the default setting, for all the objects inside Rhino, they will be the material will be assigned based on the layer. So if this layer is about dark green, so all the objects inside this layer, they will be dark green. So now let's try to switch to a different material. There are many different type of material inside Rhino Rhinosys, like custom, double-side, emission, gene. It's not that powerful like the Max, Maya, or V-Ray, but it's fairly okay for you to make product. So now the things I want to use is custom. And I will call this one, we can rename this material. We call this one dark green, right? And that's using probably dark green color. Click OK. And for the reflective, let's increase the number so that it will look more like metal. And for transparent, we don't need to do that. So click OK. Well, it looks too reflective, not very good. Let's try another one. Probably like this. Alright, fairly okay, but still a little bit too emissive. Okay. Okay, probably let's assume it will be like this. And for this part, well, we probably will forget to change the material here. Let's change this one to dark green. Okay, so it looks fine. So next part about the tab part, that's using, for custom, you can just using the major 4 parameters to control the material. Color, you can define the color. Gloss finish is about the glossiness of the surface geometry. For reflective, if you increase the number, it will be more like metal, that kind of polished metal. For transparency, if you increase the number here, it will become more like glass. But if you want to use in probably glass, gene, or pen, you can just use in this material, the material setting here. So now I want to use in pen, and probably make this one darker. So it will be more like a coating material. Alright, something like this. And for these things here, I think it's also, I think this one is also some black. So we have to find out where it is. Let's take a look. This one, where is, okay, it's here. It's wheel S. So let's change this one to brown color. Okay. Random mode. Probably it can be darker, so let's try to make this one darker. And also you can change HSV color wheel, HSL color wheel, or CMYK color wheel. It's up to you. Alright. Probably I want to use in CMYK color wheel. Make this one darker. And for this part, maybe let's just use in pen, it will be better. Okay, much better than before. For the glossiness, well, maybe brighter. Okay, something like that. So this is the tank which we made. I want to make a ground, so let's using probably create a surface on for the ground. Okay, so let's go to here using this one, and let's draw a surface ground. Drag this one down and enlarge this one to very huge. And rebuild. Probably into, yeah, maybe 50 by 50. Alright, and turn on the control point. So let's go to the top view. And probably let's switch to the wireframe mode. It will be easier for us to select the geometry. Okay, probably something like this. So let's turn off. Press F10, F11 to turn off the control point. Let's go to the random mode, and I want to turn off the ISO curve. So now we have the tank, something just like this. And we can using a command to quickly capture this field. We don't have to use in rendering. We can just use in view capture to file, choosing this one. And you can define which view you want to use. And right now I'm under the perspective. And for the viewport view capture to file, you can define the resolution. If you type in scale in 3, which means 3 times bigger than your screen resolutions. So for now, I think 2 is quite enough. Click OK, and you can save. All right. So now, well, that's it. That's about how to make a detailed tank. Probably it's not a perfect one, I think, but for the beginner, I think it's quite enough. All right. So see you next time.